Hey everybody, I'm Ben. This is my friend Steph. She's gonna help me out today showing you guys the lunge. We'll go through some progressions and regressions and also ways to make it a nice upper and lower combination exercise. So a lunge, guys, is actually already a progression from a squat. You need a little more balance, extensibility, and strength of your lower body in order to do it. So we're starting off hitting the ground running here. Steph's already good at the squat. We're gonna work on her lunge. And then we're gonna also find the right one for her based on how she does with each of these progressions. So let's set it up. The first one is gonna be a static lunge. So this one involves the least amount of momentum and acceleration and deceleration, and it involves the most stability. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work the right leg. So that one's out in front. Split the stance, and you kind of need to split it a little wider than you think. So I usually have people back up their back foot just a little bit. So nice narrow stance. And what we're gonna do is go straight down. We're gonna reach across, touch that front side toe. What that does is make sure you get enough of a forward lean going. You can keep doing it that right way, Steph. Not show the wrong way here. This one you kind of lean back, or you bend yourself too straight. It's a little too hard in your low back. Just like with a squat, you want your tibia and torso angle to be pretty much parallel. So the reach across does that. So she handled it well, no problem at all. Let's go to progression number one, which is a reverse lunge or a step back lunge. So this is easier than going forward because your hip gets most of the force and not your knee. And it's also just like, there's a little less momentum and it's easier to balance too. So we're gonna work the right leg again here. So we're gonna keep the right out in front and we're gonna step back with the left. So start up like, stand up straight, feet about hip width, and step back, still reach across and down, up. Nice. You wanna put your mind right in that front side glute. That's your main muscle working here. Drive up with enough power and speed so you can stand up all in one fluid movement. Keep doing it correctly like you are. I'll do it incorrectly. I see a lot of this where people are like, ugh. So you really want to have enough strength to, boom, pop up to that nice straight position. And perfect. All right, well done. She can handle that, no problem. So step three is the forward lunge. And this one is the hardest of the three because we have the most acceleration, deceleration, and also kind of impact on your knee. So the leg you're working is going to take the impact instead of with the reverse lunge when it's still planted. So working the right one more time here. Standing up, feet hip width, and we're going to go forward. No need to kind of reach your hand across. You kind of usually more naturally lean forward on the forward lunge. So let's do it. Stepping forward with the right, boom, and up. Yep, so you got to have a nice amount of distance stepping forward. One of the things I see that people do is kind of not stepping far enough and then they come way too far forward, way too much force on that knee. So you gotta step out in front enough to avoid that. Good, stand up nice and straight, one fluid controlled movement. And good, all right. All right, so now we're gonna make a lunge, an upper and lower body combo. So we got the dumbbells here. For Steph, I thought 6 pounds would be just about right. So yeah, I like combination exercises. If you're working your lower body, you might as well get a little bit of core and arms as well if you can handle it. This has a lot more core than you think. You might not feel a burn necessarily, but there's a lot of stabilization happening, especially when you're low and the weights are up overhead. You'll really feel it if you're not quite stable. Any way in each direction, you really feel almost like kind of like a pinch in your spine or your side or something. So in order to avoid that and keep good posture, really engage that core, so kind of draw in those abs. So the first one we're gonna do is a static lunge to overhead press. I'm gonna give her the dumbbells because she's the client. So we'll work your left leg this time to give you a little bit of a break. So left foot up, right back, nice and far. You're gonna start with the weights here, go down into a lunge, and then you stand up. You're gonna press up, yep. So down, and then boom, pressing straight overhead. Good. She's doing a nice job of having it be a nice, smooth, controlled movement. So as soon as you start standing up, you're pressing, and as soon as you're kind of lowering yourself, the weights come down too. So it's a lot of, glutes, quads, core, shoulders, triceps, and good. All right, now we got the final challenge of the day. It's a reverse lunge into curl into overhead press. It's a mouthful and it's a lot going on. There's a lot of balance, a lot of stability, coordination, core, upper and lower body burn. So here you go, Steph. So we're gonna work the left again, so we'll keep the left out in front, stepping back with the right. So you're gonna start up like this, and then what you're gonna do is step back, curl, press down, and then up. Beautifully done. One more time. Good, so keep going. I'll kind of break some of this down for us here. Yeah, see, it's hard from a balance standpoint. She's doing pretty well. I mean, it's really tough. So she's got the lunge and the curl. See how she's staying low for the press up and down. That's really nice because it gets you a lot of time under tension for that leg you're working, so that quad will be feeling it. She's got a lot of core. She's in that position, maintaining a nice neutral spine. She's looking like a pro on this one. Last one, up and good. Wonderfully done, that was great.
All right.
So thanks for helping out.
You're welcome.
That's Steph Black. She's amazing, and tune in for more coming up soon.